I'm a new poet. I don't really know much about poetry at all. I just know I write what I feel like writing when I feel like writing it. And so, in the past week, I've written these 3 essays, and they pretty much just poured out of me, and I've really had no major feelings over them. They're not much special, but my mother and father say they really are. So I typed them up just 10 minutes before we left, and this is how they go. The first one is a little bit, I guess you could call it philosophy, about darkness. It's called The Darkness, aptly named. But before I start, I have one little thing.
All right. Yes.
Okay, the darkness. What makes dark so dark? Is it the absence of light? Or is it just the presence of something else? Is it the blockage of light? Or does light simply not feel entitled to be here at a certain time, a certain place? Is that why children are scared of the darkness? Is it uncomforting to be in the absence of light? Are we afraid of what we can't see? Or what we're afraid to see? Then again, if it's so dark, how could we see anything at all? What makes darkness so dark? Why is it dark outside right now? Have you been paying attention to me? Have you noticed how dark it has gotten since we started, despite the streetlights? Have you noticed that every sentence in this poem has ended with a question mark? So, I ask you, what makes dark so dark?
Yes.
This next one is a little bit about my own personal philosophy about what's going on this planet right now and all of the problems we're having as human beings. It's called Can't You See? Can't you see what I see in nature? Can't you see what we're doing to this world, this little spark of light in a sea of darkness? How, if we don't steer this arc, this vessel of life, in the right direction, life on Earth, and the universe even, will be gone forever? Can't you see how we have fancy bar and bat mitzvahs at those fancy hotels, while others are either too poor to buy food or too tired to even try? Can't you see how unfair life is, how corrupt, how greed-ridden our world is? Can't you see the tears streaming down people's faces for whatever reason? Or are you just like a child, incapable of realizing what's going on in the world? Are you blind? Can't you see? Wow. Thank you. This is my last one. I actually wrote this in a classroom filled with 46 screaming children. And I was reading this to some of my friends after we had finished up this assignment. And one of my friends, Noah Rubin, he started crying because he said it's so depressing.
And yet
so
you smile.
I'm really confused about this one, and so I want some opinions on how it makes people feel. It's called Deep Blue. Deep blue, the color of sadness, foreboding, indifference. Deep blue flows just like water, its liquid form, and its gaseous twin floats on every draft, for it is the draft itself. They linger on every doorstep, every ounce of sadness, just fuel for the next. It's the darkness you can see but not see into. It's the blur on a foggy day. It's cloudbursts, a small family reunion of blue and gray. And we may think it's raining cats and dogs, but it's really raining tears. Clouds join in our sorrow. And then the tears renew the flowing deep blue. Wow.